Hello everybody, Robert here again, and it's time for my update video. Now, as you can tell from the title, it has not been the greatest of weigh-ins, but there's reasons behind that, and there is also a moment of clarity that I've kind of looked at and thought, right, well, you know, that's why sort of thing. So let's just rewind a few weeks now. I have been obviously at my parents' house for 2 weeks looking after their cats while they were in Mexico. Now, for that time period, I wasn't able to get to a Slim and World class. The classes, unfortunately, when my mum and dad live, are on a Wednesday and Saturday morning, and I work both. I just unfortunately wasn't able to take any time to go to get weight, so I was relying on their scale, which isn't um, too wrong, but um, for the time that I was there, I was under the impression that I'd only gained half a pound. Um, Now we went to Cinema World, me and Catherine, on Friday night, and seen the stark truth. Now the fact of the matter is in 3 weeks, no 4 weeks since the last time I got weighed at Slimming World, it was 5 weeks ago, and that was the week before I went to see Oasis in Wembley Stadium. Now, from that point, 5 weeks to Friday gone, I've gained £5. And at first, I was like horrified, but then when I sat and thought about it, I thought, well, let's consider the circumstances of the last 5 weeks, and this is what I mean by the moment of clarity. The My channel has always been prided on being honest about this journey I'm on, telling you exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. The lows, the highs, everything. So the moment of clarity was, hold on, it's been 5 weeks. Look at what you've done in that 5 weeks. Had the weekend in London for Oasis. Obviously, didn't stick to no diet that weekend. Fully held my hands up, and obviously said in my previous weigh-in videos since then that I hadn't. We had a good weekend. I've had 2 weeks away at my mum and dad's where, yes, I did have a lot of ready meals that were good for you, the protein meals and stuff. But I was working my two jobs there, so I was doing a 15-hour day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I was just eating food that was just readily available. And for me, that was the biggest enemy in the world, which is my biggest enemy in the world, and that is bread. I had far too much bread in those 2 weeks. And what I mean by that is I would just quickly go and toast some bread, have some bread and butter. Again, all these things I know I shouldn't have had, but this is the time to be honest and get it off my chest and be honest about why I've gained the £5, and it's because I had a lot of that. I'd have bread with, I'd have a sandwich, or if I'd had some soups, I'd have some bread with the soups. It was just too much bread. Not necessarily a lot of snacking because I didn't really buy it. But yeah, too much bread, and then since I've been home, haven't been on it. I haven't been on Slimming World. Haven't followed a diet this last week. Uh, well, as well as I possibly should have. And that's on me. And that's the realization that I've had in this last couple of days since my weigh-in on Friday. The brutal truth of the matter is I haven't put the effort in. So, what's going to change? Now, I mentioned in my last video that I had rejoined the gym, and I'm pleased and absolutely over the moon to say that since Monday last week, I've been 3 times to the gym, and I've been swimming this morning with Eleanor. So that is massive. That is a huge start in going in the right direction. And hello, Dexter. Dexter, you're going to say hello to everybody. I knew he wanted to jump up. I could see he was wanting to be on the side there. So yes, been swimming this morning with Eleanor and been to the gym 3 times, and that is going to continue. That is going to be the very bare minimum of exercise I get a week. 3 half-hour sessions in the gym, and if I can, I'm going to extend them to 35 minutes this week. And what I do in the gym is I've been going on the treadmill, walking quite fast with an incline to get started, get warmed up, and I've been trying to jog on the treadmill, and it might not sound a lot to you, to people who might not know me and have followed the journey, but I managed to run 5 minutes without stopping yesterday. I was so pleased with myself. You know, you've got to start somewhere, and I'm starting, at the very bottom of where, this is miles away from where I want to be. Obviously, if you followed my journey, from the start, you'll know I got into my running massively in 2020 before, around about COVID, and I really missed doing it. So this is a start, and I'm so proud of Catherine, because Catherine's been, this is her second week now, and she went the first week when I wasn't there, and that's massive for somebody who feels anxious about going out for any kind of exercise. When you're overweight, you feel like people are watching you. You know they're not, but unfortunately, as an overweight individual, and people who watch this channel might be the same, or might say same mindset, might feel the same. You just feel like people are watching you. So yes, I'm absolutely over the moon with that progress, and as I said the other day, it's not just going, but I'm actually really enjoying myself. Thoroughly enjoyed it yesterday, finishing work at 1 o'clock at my second job, and then instead of sitting on the couch as I normally would all Saturday, um, we just went and got it done, and then I watched the football. Do you know what I mean? We got the exercise done. So yes, we'll be swimming today with Ben. That's going to be a weekly tradition. We always like going swimming, me and the Ben. Obviously, it's not going to sit here and say it's 50 minutes of, full swimming, but we have a bit of fun, a bit, like throwing her around in the water. She absolutely loves it, as you can imagine. Obviously, any dads who have got their Bens obviously in the pool, it's fun for them to throw their kids around in the pool. So yeah, there was plenty of that this morning. So we have got a meal plan. It's all ready to go. I'm going to film that tonight with Catherine, and I believe Eleanor wants to make an appearance. So there's that. So we are getting back on it, even though it's half term. Me and Catherine have took this following week off, and we're determined not to be too bad. So yeah, we've hit a brick wall. Well, I have hit a brick wall, but when I look at it, I still haven't. I've only gained the £5 that I've lost on Slimming World. I haven't gained any of my Manjaro or lost weight. So I'm still looking at the positives and still looking at the wins, and they're still there. And I'm still finding them. And I've got a plan to get back. Call it the reset. You know what I mean? It's the reset, and I've got a little target in mind that I really want to lose another stone before Christmas. And I really, really would like to, because I've told you in previous videos, I'm on that precipice of 3XL shirts and 4XL shirts. Just to give you some context, I've never been shy about how much I weigh. I started this journey, I was 29 stone, and I got down, my lowest so far was 25 stone and 10. And I get back, I was back on the scales. It's at 26 stone and 2 on Friday. So, I think that's a £6. But anyway, it was £5 difference from the last time I was at Civil World. But yeah, I've never been shy about being honest with this. I'm a big lad. I'm 6'1". I'm quite tall, so I've got a bit of a belly. But in my eyes, I don't look at me and see a guy that was nearly 30 stone. But anyway, I'm still going in the right direction. Still determined to keep doing well. Still determined to make this a successful weight loss journey. And I hope everybody here will stick around with me and continue to watch my videos and give me the support that you have. Because without your support, I probably would have stopped a while ago. As being one of those people that have always been on a diet, most of my adult life, I probably would have stopped by now. But I'm determined to keep going. I'm determined to start, keep feeling better. And I've got goals next year, and I've got goals in 2027. Going back to Florida with obviously Catherine and Eleanor. You'll have heard the stories of me not getting on the roller coasters. I'm a massive roller coaster fan. I want to go on a roller coaster next year, and I will make it happen at some point. I guarantee. That is the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please stick around tonight, and watch our meal plan video, and hopefully you'll get some ideas yourselves for some food and some recipes, because we're trying 3 new dishes next week. But I will not spoil them. I will let you watch those videos tonight. But thanks very much for watching. My name is Robert, and as always, I am thoroughly grateful for your support, and I will speak to you again later on.